Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Tribonet. My name is Manoj. Today, let us understand about infrared spectroscopy. What is infrared spectroscopy? Infrared spectroscopy is a technique for analyzing the interaction of molecules with infrared light. The concept of IR spectroscopy can be generally analyzed in three different ways. First one by measuring the reflection, second by emission, and the third by absorption. The major use of infrared spectroscopy is to determine the functional groups of the molecules relevant to both organic and inorganic chemistry. An IR spectrum is essentially a graph plotted with frequency or wavelength on the x-axis and infrared light absorbed on the y-axis. Here in the figure, we can see the IR spectrum. What is infrared absorption spectroscopy? Infrared absorption spectroscopy is a method to determine the structures of molecules with the molecular characteristics, that is, absorption of the infrared radiation. The infrared spectrum is nothing but a molecular vibrational spectrum which, when exposed to infrared radiation, sample molecules selectively absorb radiation of specific wavelength, causing the change of dipole moment of the sample molecules. Consequently, the vibrational energy levels of the sample molecules are transferred from the ground state to the excited state. The frequency of the absorption peak in the molecules are determined by the vibrational energy gap. The number of absorption peaks are related to the number of vibrational freedoms of the molecules and the intensity of the absorption peaks, and these are related to the change of the dipole moment corresponding to the possibility of the transition of the energy levels. Here in this figure, we can see the absorption IR spectrometer setups. What is dispersive IR spectroscopy? In dispersive IR spectroscopy, they are used to generate the spectra by dispersing the income radiations into a frequency or spectral components. The common examples of the dispersive elements are gratings and prisms that disperse the incoming spectrum of radiation. There are mainly two types of dispersive spectrometers. They are monochromators and spectrographs. The major difference among these two spectrometers are, in case of monochromators, it uses a single detector, narrow slit, and a rotating dispersive element that allows the user to absorb the selected wavelengths, whereas spectrographs uses an array of detector element and a stationary dispersive element which helps in obtaining a wide range of wavelength at the same time. Here in this figure, we can see the schematic image of the monochromatic dispersive spectrometer. What are the components which are involved in the IR spectrometer? The first one is IR radiation source. The commonly used IR radiation source are the inert solids that are heated electrically to promote the thermal emission of radiation in the infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Monochromator. The monochromator is a device which is used to disperse or separate a broad spectrum of infrared radiation into individual narrow infrared frequencies. Detectors. Detectors are the devices that are used to convert the analog spectral output into an electrical signal. These electrical signals are further processed by the computer using mathematical algorithm into final spectrum. The detectors that are used in IR spectrometers can be classified as either photon or quantum detectors or thermal detectors. In the figure, we can see the dispersive IR spectrometer and their components. In this video, we understood what is infrared spectroscopy, what are the infrared absorption spectroscopy and dispersive spectroscopy, and what are the components which are involved in a spectrometer. These are the references for the information provided in this video, and thank you for watching this video. To get more details on the topics related to tribology, follow us on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Tribonet. Also, visit our website on www.tribonet.org.